Now, tonight's topic, I was looking for a good icon, but these days, predictions can be actually really thankful for the people that are participating on this panel for their courage to come up and be part of the predictions, because, and this is an eerie type of icon that I saw, the crystal ball. But going back, one of the things I do want to say about the design of this event, the Annual Analyst event, Caroline mentioned how we got started early on with, and we got started in 2013, by the way, with an Annual Analyst event. And we had two analyst companies, a couple big names, IDC and Gartner Group. Since then, we've gone to a model that's quite different. And we feel we want to get perspectives from various aspects of the industry. So we have industry analysts, we have financial perspective, and we also have a management advisory firm. And today, we also have an industry organization that's very involved. So you'll hear from all of that, and, but that's the design behind the panel. And to lead us there and into the discussions is someone that many of you in the local technology circles might be familiar with, Dr. Benn Konsynski. And Dr. Benn is the George S. Kraft Distinguished University Professor of Information Systems and Operations Management at the Goizueta Business School. Did I get that right? Okay, at Emory University. And Dr. Benn arrived at the Goizueta Business School following 6 years on the faculty at the Harvard Business School, where he taught the MBA program and several executive programs. He holds a PhD in computer science from Purdue University, and he has various specializations that include electronic data interchange, electronic integration, information partnerships, and digital commerce. And the best part about it is he has moderated before. I call him the moderator extraordinaire. And those of you that have been here before, I think, can attest to that. So with no further ado, I turn over the whole session to Dr. Benn Konsynski.
Good evening. We have an awesome panel, and I want to make an awesome charge to them to make sure that they give us news, and not just news beyond Mobility Live, and make sure that Horizon also is well beyond just 2017, but looking far ahead, at least 4 or 5 years in the future on that as well. But first, it's my obligation to shout out to the SOBs in the room. There are several SOB students of Benn who are here in the room. I always want to shout out Richard, Angelica, and others that, that we might have as well. We have an awesome challenge in a market that's in radical transition. We've historically looked on these environments from the standpoint of assumptions of humans using the systems, the networks, and human beings, the assets on the mobile scene. And that's changed quite a bit, and will change even more in the next 5 years. So one of the things we want to look at is not just the homo chauvinist view of humans leveraging these networks, but the plethora and oceans of things that are part of that ecosystem going forward in our IoT, IoE environments, machine-to-machine areas as well. And the whole different pattern of communications and bursty communications rather than historically long streams. And we've also, so the pattern of messaging is going to be somewhat different as well. I'd also hope to have us speak to the issue of beyond commerce, and look at societal issues associated, governmental issues, and basic social infrastructure that's being transformed. And so we need to look at the economy and its structure, the governance of the commerce provisioning and infrastructure also, but the societal impact is profound. We've got to support all this fake news that is proliferating in the environment and polluting our politics and social interchange. And so we're going to be addressing some of that stuff in the near term. Normally, as those of you know me know, I like to have our panel up here and introduce them one at a time, because I believe that by their ideas you are known. We don't need long introductions. We'll let them mention about themselves, but even more importantly, identify themselves by their ideas that they present. But we would like to have each of them in turn offer some comments from their perspective and their particular lens. And you'll see a very different set of lenses involved here and perspectives on the near and long-term future of the mobile environment. So it's an awesome group, a broad mix, a lot of overlap. We'll hopefully hear some agreement and some considerable contention as well, at least in prioritization and timing on this. But also because we are set up in a forum with Facebook Live, we'll also have the people come up here one at a time in turn, which is very different for me. I like to have them sitting there, but then you couldn't see anyone leveraging any slides. But we'll have them come up and talk a little bit about their relative perspectives. And again, I hope that we address some of those challenges of difference. Things that 5 years ago we might not have talked about at all in many ways. This market is that different.